Science, Week 4. Radioactive decay is a random process, and we cannot predict which radioactive nuclei in a sample will decay at any given moment. However, the rate of radioactive decay follows a pattern. As a radioactive sample decays, less and less of the original substance is left, and the radioactivity drops. A half-life is the amount of time taken for half of the radioactive nuclei in a sample to decay, and is the equivalent to the time taken for the radioactivity to drop to half of what it was. When the radioactivity has reached one half of its original level, one half-life has passed. This means that 1/4 of the original level equals to 2 half-lives passing. If the half-life of a material is known, then the amount of a material left over after a specific amount of time can be calculated. Likewise, if the rate of decay of a material is known, then the half-life can be further calculated. For example, the half-life of technetium-99m is 6 hours. If the initial radioactive count rate is 1088 counts per minute, what will the count rate be after 30 hours? Well, over 30 hours, there are 5 half-lives. This is because 30 divided by 6 equals 5. After each half-life, the count rate is halved. So, the first half-life equals 544, the second half-life equals 272, the third half-life equals 136, the fourth half-life equals 68, and the fifth half-life equals 34. Therefore, the answer is 34 counts per minute. Radioactive materials can be used safely for purposes. An example of this is that strontium and samarium isotopes being used to relieve the pain caused by bone cancers. On the contrary, radioactive materials can be deadly. This is because radiation can cause atoms and other substances to be ionized. The alpha and beta particles have enough mass and/or energy to remove electrons from the outside of an atom, changing the properties of it. This process can cause the release of reactive particles called free radicals. If this occurs in our bodies, these free radicals can have serious effects, such as damage to other molecules that may have a particular function within the body. For example, if DNA is in our cells are damaged in this way, this can have serious effects, as this damage will be copied thousands or even millions of times over. Many cancers linked to radiation start this way.